This is our art encounter. Each lecture, I like to bring a work of art so that we can use it as a template. We can use it as a tool with which we can explore some of the ideas and the philosophies that we are encountering in class. So I want to start today with this little piece. I've taken it off the shelf behind me, and this gives you an opportunity to take a nice close look at the work. Now, if we were in class, since this is rather, an aesthetics class is a philosophy class, I usually like to take a very Socratic, from Socrates, method of dealing with the class, where I would ask questions about it. Like, what is it? What do you see? Where is it from? What can you tell me about this work of art? And why is it a work of art? That's ultimately the question that we're going to look at. Now, one of the things I want to start with, if we were in class, I might do this with it. I might bring this object, and I would ask you, what is this? And what does it mean when I take this and I put this on top of it? Now, it's not very stable here, so I'm going to hold on to it because I don't want this little guy to break at all. Now, let's go a little bit closer, and I'm just going to rotate this slightly so that you can see the image and you can see the form that this piece takes here. Yeah. Now, one of the first things that I might ask you is, someone might tell me something about the piece. Now, what I would be looking for is someone to tell me this is a piece of ceramic art. Yeah, that's important. And even in a museum, this, if you read about it on the little placard that sometimes is next to it, it would tell you ceramic. Now, that's important because it's the material that this is made of. So you can hear that that is not stone. That is different. It's different than I showed you this Kylia figure last time. And you see that this is alabaster. So this is a stone, whereas this is a ceramic object that has been fired and preserved and then painted with the images that we see on it. Yeah. Now, I might ask you, what are the images? And someone might just say, if we looked in close, we would see that this is a figure here. And here we have a bull. And this figure is having a struggle with the bull. This other figure here is in the background, watching as this all happens. I might ask you the question, where did the object come from? Now, someone could be quite precocious and know that this is from Greece. So this is an object called a lykthos. It comes from ancient Greece. Now that's another question I might ask you, is it real? Or a better way for me to put it is, what period of time? How old is this object? Yeah. And someone might know and say that this is an object from ancient Greece. Now I might ask the question, is it real? Is it not real? And someone might we might come up with together the fact that yes, this is a real object. So this is a real item that might be in a museum. That's why I'm holding it kind of carefully so it doesn't break, rather than it being a reproduction. We'll look at what those kinds of things are. But this item, I might ask, how old is it? And someone might know that this is from 500 BC. It is called the lykthos. Lykthos refers to the shape. And we might ask, what was it used for? What was the lykthos for? And back in ancient Greece, an item like olive oil, and not just cooking, primarily some of the best of these figures were used not for everyday holding of olive oil, which was a precious oil, but they were used for oil that anointed and was part of funeral rites. Yeah, so this is a wonderful piece, a lykthos. If we went in close, I don't know that you can see it, maybe you can in my camera. here, but this was unearthed and put together. There's a crack here, so at some point this piece was in a couple different segments, and probably the spout was put back on. It looks like there was a little bit of restoration to make it look like it was back together. If we deal with the figure on this, you would know that this is Greek, and it is the name we might know is Hercules, but it's Heracles, who's the Greek version of Hercules. Hercules is the Roman name that most of us know, but Heracles, and this is he with one of the labors of Heracles, which was when he defeated the bull. Yeah, wonderful object, and I'm going to cut away here, and what you can see in this frame is you can see some similar lithos that are in the Museum of Modern Art in New York. Now, one of the things that I think is fantastic about our art encounter is to bring you an authentic work of art, something that you might encounter in the museum. One of the things I miss is that this class is not real, because I might let some of you hold this and touch it, something that the museum does not allow. Now, someone might ask me, does it hurt the object when I touch it? And I would say this object does not get touched very often, because it's in my personal collection. So I would probably say maybe once a year it gets dusted. Once a year I take it to class. Maybe some people will touch it too. In a museum, because there are so many people, they really are hypercritical about taking care of the object. And so people might wear gloves when they touch the object. And it's usually behind a case, so they're not going to allow the public the opportunity, which it is, I think, a precious opportunity to encounter a work of art and to be able to touch the actual object that the artist touched when they made this. So, fantastic object here, Greek lithos, and we'll use this and we'll think about this as we do our lecture.